6 months after 16-year-old Mariah Kletz was found dead in a Bloomington, Illinois trailer, investigators have finally revealed how she died, but her killer remains unidentified, and her family says they're running out of patience. Mariah was pronounced dead on February 7th after a 911 call brought police and paramedics to the trailer where she lived with her father, Michael Kletz, his girlfriend Caitlin, and their young daughter. For months, police released almost no information beyond confirming the case was being investigated as a homicide. Then, just shy of the 6-month mark, the McLean County Coroner's Office released preliminary findings. Mariah's cause of death was a subdural hematoma and multiple blunt force injuries to the head and neck resulting from an altercation. Officials say the time between the injuries and her death was a matter of minutes. Contributing factors listed included prescribed medications in her system, but notably, no illicit hard drugs, directly contradicting rumors the family says circulated in the trailer's aftermath, including claims she had overdosed. Mariah's family says what they witnessed at the funeral home told a very different story than what they were initially told. Relatives describe being warned against viewing her body due to the extent of her injuries, but insisted on seeing her regardless. They described discovering more than 20 visible injuries, black eyes, gashes across her face, and a disfigured skull, a stark contradiction to claims from those inside the home that there were no marks on her. A search warrant obtained by the family, though never officially released by police, requested items including phones, tablets, smartwatches, and specifically, any devices capable of inflicting blunt force trauma, offering an early clue about the manner of death, long before it was publicly confirmed. Despite these disturbing details, no arrests have been made. Mariah's family says investigators have privately told them they believe they know who is responsible, though officially, no suspect has been named and no charges filed. Michael Kletz, Mariah's father, has denied any involvement, telling reporters he's heartbroken by suspicion directed at him and insisting he loved his daughter deeply. He and his side of the family, instead, believe Mariah's death may be connected to a conflict involving peers, alleging she had been targeted by another teenage girl prior to her death, though they acknowledge this remains unproven. Mariah had only recently moved back to Illinois to reconnect with her father after spending most of her childhood in Florida with her aunt following her mother's death in 2021. Family members say that in the weeks before she died, Mariah had grown unhappy and was planning to return to Florida. Retired homicide detective Will Speller, who reviewed details of the case, says investigators may be withholding information either to protect an active case being built against a suspect or because critical evidence is still pending. He notes that in blunt force trauma cases, key evidence often comes directly from the victim's body through forensic collection methods like DNA transfer analysis. For Mariah's family, the wait has become unbearable. They continue pushing investigators for updates, determined not to let her case go cold as her would-have-been 17th birthday approaches later this month. If you have any information related to Mariah Kletz's death, please contact the Bloomington Police Department.